What happens if you know sleep is important? You're trying to follow the conventional advice, but it requires you to have a 9 to 5, 8-hour-a-day job, no travel, no children, a perfect sleep environment. Does conventional advice work for anybody? Welcome back, everyone. I'm Derek, and this is How To on the Go, showing you easy ways for busy people to live better. In this video, we're going to hack conventional sleeping advice so you can stack the conditions you actually control in your favor, even if you have a less than optimal sleeping schedule or environment. First, we need to understand a little bit about our sleep schedule. When our hormones are in a natural, healthy sleep cycle, melatonin should be high at night and low during the day. The opposite for cortisol, high during the day and low at night. And this cycle is key to good sleep. The problem with erratic sleep schedules is your body doesn't know when to start and stop producing melatonin and cortisol. Now, we may not fully control our sleep schedule, but we're going to identify the things that we actually do control and use them, along with some science, to hack our way into better sleep. If you'd like to try anything I mention in this video, I've made it easy for you by linking everything in the description below. Number 1, sleep in a cold room. Cooling your body increases melatonin. Our bodies know when it's nighttime and therefore cooler, it's time to sleep. Research shows between 62 and 68 degrees is optimal. Keep the temperature higher during the day and then drop it about an hour before you get into bed. Number 2 is reduce blue light before sleep. You must have heard our electronics are negatively affecting our sleep. This is because of the blue light they emit. We have receptors that interpret that as daylight, causing us to produce more cortisol and less melatonin. This makes it not only more difficult to fall asleep, but also reduces the quality of our sleep. So experts recommend we stay off our devices for about 90 minutes before bed. I don't know about you, but I'm sometimes still in a hotel shuttle on my way to the hotel 30 minutes before bed. Projects are finished on laptops in bed. So here's the hack. There are apps for your phone, laptop, and other devices with night shift mode. Night shift mode will block a lot of the blue light hitting the receptors that are telling your body to produce less melatonin. To activate night shift on your phone, go into your settings and then your display settings. I recommend having it turn on after dark or about 90 minutes before you plan on falling asleep. For laptops, I use the Flux app, spelled F.LUX, and you can just download it from their website for free. The screen does get a bit red when you're using it and watching movies, but resist the temptation to turn the brightness up or turn the night shift off. There's also screen covers and glasses that filter out the blue light if that fits your needs better. Number 3 is to exercise early. A healthy sleep cycle includes a spike in cortisol as soon as we wake up. Research shows that exercising for just 5 minutes when we get up accomplishes this. This creates a snowball of effects that will reset your cycle and help you sleep better at night. And yes, working out again later in the day is fine. The purpose of this is to spike your cortisol early in the day. This doesn't need to be an intense workout. I just added a 5 or 6 minute jog to my morning routine or whenever I wake up. It not only helps me get tired at the right time, but I also have more energy in the morning. And number 4 is control when you get sunlight. So you want to avoid sunlight about 90 minutes before you fall asleep. Even a small amount of sunlight can have a big effect. I suggest getting blackout curtains and keep a sleeping mask on hand for those hotel rooms that have inadequate curtains. The opposite is true when you wake up. Getting sunlight right away starts your day's cycle. So your body's more likely to be ready for sleep at the end of your day. Number 5 is have a sleep ritual. Our brains look for patterns. Sleep experts have proven if you use your bed just for sleep, then getting in bed signals your brain and your body that it's ready for sleep. That's excellent advice, but what do you do if your body isn't ready for sleep at bedtime? Or if you don't have a dedicated sleep space? For example, if you live in a studio, or you have a family that always finds its way into your bed, or you find yourself in a hotel a lot where the bed is the only place for you to sit, this tip may help. we can create different patterns. So your brain recognizes its sleep environment using sleep rituals. Here are some examples of sleep rituals and how you can create one for yourself. The first one is a bed ritual. Create an awake bed that's different from your sleep bed. Your awake bed can have lots of pillows on it, a different blanket covering it, extra elements like stuffed animals. Then transform your bed for sleep by removing the extra pillows, blankets, and other things. In hotels, you may need to get a little creative to maintain the pattern. If you have 2 beds, put all the pillows from one bed onto the other during the day. I'll even leave a bath towel down on the bed while I'm awake. A second option is a room ritual, and we're just going to extend that transformation beyond the bed. For example, keep the blinds open while you're awake and then close them when it's time for sleep, even if you sleep during the day. A third option is a you ritual. If you must use your bed during the day, keep your clothes on, even your shoes, which is why the towel that you have on your bed is even extra useful. Make sure you put the same type of pajamas on or same nothing on. Just make sure it's a consistent pattern each time. A fourth option is a scent ritual. Use a scent like lavender to signal it's time to unwind and sleep. I use a pillow spray on the road, and I light a candle for about 20 minutes before bed when I'm home. Number 6 is supplement. You may be expecting me to suggest melatonin right now, but I'm actually going to do the opposite. Anytime you start taking a hormone, the gland that is producing it in your body stops making it. In this case, your pineal gland. Our bodies only produce about 0.25 milligrams of melatonin, and most supplements contain about 3 milligrams or more, which is why you often get a slight hangover effect from taking melatonin. So my recommendation, and from my own experiences, is to try to stay away from melatonin and maybe try these 2 alternatives. The first one is magnesium. You may be surprised by how many things magnesium affects, including the use of melatonin. It also helps maintain healthy levels of GABA, which is a neurotransmitter that promotes sleep. Most people aren't getting the recommended amount of magnesium. Supplementing it could have a measurable difference if you're having trouble sleeping. The other thing I would recommend is L-theanine. Theanine is an amino acid that is found naturally in plants like tea. I think of it as the closest thing to meditation in a supplement. Research shows this helps us fall asleep more easily, faster, and with better quality. It lowers anxiety and promotes relaxation without being a sedative or impairing cognitive ability. It even reduces stress and levels of cortisol. Number 7 is have a caffeine curfew. Caffeine has a half-life of about 5 hours in our body. So most advice that I have found recommends you stop drinking caffeine about 5 to 6 hours before you go to sleep. But caffeine can actually stay in your body for up to 9.5 hours. If you're having caffeine less than 10 hours before going to sleep, start adding 30 minutes to your caffeine curfew till you reach a 9 or even 10-hour buffer to rule out caffeine as a culprit. Number 8 is use 2 alarms. Take the burden off your mind being the backup alarm. If your schedule changes often with different wake-up times, don't rely on just your phone or one alarm. Get a backup alarm clock and put it on the other side of the room. Then set it for 5 minutes after your actual wake-up time. This tip has really helped me sleep more deeply and wake up a lot less wondering if I've overslept. I've linked a really cheap but effective option in the description below, and it has both a cord and a backup battery power option. I would love to know if you try any of these out and which ones worked for you. Let me know in the comments below, or you can also tag me on Instagram at howtoonthego. If you're looking for more help on the go, check out this video next. If you found this useful, please consider giving this video a like and subscribing. Thanks guys, and see you next time.